I chose my object for the presentation during our trip to the Pitt River Museum. Now, while James was in a danger of a Jurassic stampede and Katie was over there tickling her badger, I made my way through the museum, and this was before the Triceratops I was standing in front of took a bite. Uh, I found myself on the top floor where there was a lot of Japanese items. I found a series of small sculptures which I thought were the inspiration of the novelty ceramic figurines collected by my mum when she bought her tea bags when I was a kid. In actuality, they were Netsukes, a functional part of an accessory to traditional Japanese dress. The word Netsuke is composed of two characters, the NE meaning root and TSUKE to attach. A Netsuke is actually pronounced ne tsuke, or Netsuke, which is a common but improper pronunciation. The traditional dress of Japan was the kasode and the kimono, which have no pockets. The solution to the lack of personal storage were in the form of sagamono, or carrying containers. This could take the form of a pouch or woven basket, but the most popular item was the inro box. The sagamono was hung from the obi, or sash, of the outfit. The sagamono comprised of the inro box, a sliding bead which kept the inro shut, and that was called the ojimi, or I'm not actually sure how that's pronounced, and the netsuke, and this was a toggle attached to the cord to secure the sagamono to the obi. Originally, the netsuke was a designation of purpose. It could be anything to tie the cord and anchor the sagamono to the obi. The netsuke emerged as an art form during the Edo era of Japan. This era was ushered in by the victory of Tokugawa Ieyasu in the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600. He defeated the other warlords and became shogun over all Japan. He consolidated power in Edo, which is now modern-day Tokyo. For 200 years, there was no serious threat to this regime, and with that brought peace and prosperity after centuries of warfare. The society blossomed, and with this, theater, music, dance, and many other art forms. Now this increased trade, and with the increasing trade, the merchants became wealthy, but they were considered inferior to the other classes in Japan. Confucian attitude toward morality and social status was enforced by the shogunate. Now, outward display of material wealth by the merchants was strictly prohibited. The shoguns didn't pay much attention to the netsukes, though. So this inconspicuous item gradually became the object of status and evidence of wealth. Eventually, artisans took up the art of netsuke carving, and they did this from wood, ivory, and other materials. An artist who makes netsukes is Netsuke Ske. And now there are 5 main types of netsuke. There's a katabori, which are the sculpture netsukes, and this is the most common type of netsuke there is. And they're often animal and figures of history, figures of historical, legendary, or symbolic material. Now, the sashi is an elongated form of elongated form of katabori, and it literally means stab netsuke. They are similar in length to sticks and gourds, which were used as netsukes before carving them. A manju is a thick, flat, round netsuke shaped like a Japanese confection. I have a hard time with this one. A kagamabita buta is a mirror lid. Is a netsuke with a mirror lid. The metal is often highly decorated with a wide variety of metal techniques. The final is a mask netsuke, the largest category after the katabori. They were often imitation of the full-size no masks popular in Japan. Each will serve the same function, but in different ways. In regards to this, each will have its own specific way to attach the cord. Primarily carved from ivory, the materials for making netskis are far-ranging. The subject matter for netskis, like the material, are diverse. That's my dog. Like many other art forms, they reflect the nature of the society that produces them. They display aspects of the culture, including its folklore, beliefs, trade, craft, and professions. They will be all types of creatures, people, and they're both real or imaginary. Like many forms of art, there is a lowbrow aspects to netskis. And now, for a little bit of netski porn. The Shunga netski are sexual netskis, and they will depict a male and female in sexual conjugation. Sometimes it's blatant and obvious, and sometimes it'll be more subtle or symbolic. A current reference to netskis can be found in ceramicist Edmund de Waal's book, The Hare with the Amber Eyes, A Hidden Inheritance. There are contemporary artists creating netskis, but I've actually run out of time to investigate this further. Thank you very much.